downstairs, part 1, production number 1603, recorded the 3rd of August, 1973, take 1.
What's that for, Rose? Who's got the gripe?
If you must know, it's for Mr. Bellamy.
Oh, don't tell Mrs. Bridges.
Tell me what? What are you getting in for, my girl? Come on, what is it?
Oh, don't worry, Mrs. Bridges. It's just Rose. She's got some medicine for Mr. Bellamy. It's after your special French cuisinery tonight.
I only did it to cheer him up. And it's not my cooking that's upset him. It's all his worries and upheavals.
Well, he must be getting over that by now, surely.
Be quiet, Edward. What do you know about suffering?
Nothing, Mrs. Bridges.
Are you sure you wouldn't like to see a doctor, sir?
Oh, no, it's nothing, really. Thank you, Rose. Rose,
Yes, sir.
I've been meaning to say for some time, thank you for your support and loyalty over these past months. It's easy to forget or take for granted people to assume quite wrongly that only oneself is affected, that other people close don't feel just as deeply.
We all still miss her very much, sir.
Yes.
There we are, Mrs. Bridges.
Oh, thank you, Edward.
Oh, Mr. Hudson, I've been reading about health today. It said it all depended on pure air.
That's right, it does, Edward. One's very life depends on the blood gaining fresh oxygen and getting rid of stale carbonic acid unceasingly.
Yeah.
Rose, aren't you coming to have your cocoa? It'll be cold.
No thanks, Mrs. Bridges. I don't feel like any tonight.
Oh, yeah, yes, here it is. It says that the dust in the air and the smells from drains give rise to pestilential disorders.
That is also correct, Edward.
What's the matter with that girl?
Oh, Rose? Oh, I think she just feels sad.
What? Well, she'd have to take herself in hand, wouldn't she?
I mean, what chance have we got stuck down here in the kitchen all day? There's not much pure air down here, Mr.
Don't scream. Rose, please don't scream. It's only me, Alfred. You remember me? You used to be footman here a few years ago. Footman, remember?
I wouldn't hurt you. You know me, I wouldn't hurt a fly.
Go and get Mr. Hudson.
Don't get...
She's still here. Probably where I've gone by now. Not tell him, not him. I need help.
What sort of help?
I can't tell you what. Come, go inside, I'll freeze you.
But they're all in there.
And they've gone to bed.
What were you doing outside, Rose?
Oh, I thought I heard something, Mr. Hudson.
What did you hear?
Noise. Cat. Nothing.
Oh, you want to be careful, my girl, poking your nose out at this time of night. Well, there's a lot of ruffians and scoundrels in the streets. Better call me in future.
Yes, hello, Mr. Hudson.
Well, I'm off to bed, Mr. Hudson. Good night.
Good night, Mrs. Bridges.
Good night, Rose.
No, Mrs. Bridges.
Good night, all.
You're not going to your bedroom.
Well, I've got to finish that first, Mr. Hudson.
Oh, don't be too long about it. You've been looking a wee bit tired lately. See that all the windows and doors are well snagged and put the lights out after you. Good night, Rose.
No, Mr. Hudson. itchy things. Go on. Don't stand still and you'll get pneumonia. I'll get your blanket here.
Will you be requiring anything else, sir?
No, thank you, Hudson.
And the colic?
Oh, that's gone, quite gone. Mrs. Bridges' partridges were quite delicious, but just a little rich for my stomach at the moment.
Yes, I thought they might be, sir. I should have
Oh,
mentioned...
no, it was a kind thought. Does she know?
I'm not sure, sir.
Well, best not to tell her.
Might I just have a word with you, sir? It's about my wages. You may recall that the female servants received an increase in wages last year, sir, and I think that you and her ladyship intended to make a small increment to my own wages and to Edward's this year. In view of the circumstances, I haven't like to ask.
Yes, Hudson, I do understand, but since Captain James and Mrs. Bellamy have taken over the running of the house now, I think you must make a request to them when you return from their honeymoon.
Oh, yes, of course.
But I must warn you, they may well feel the need to economize in view of the rising costs.
Yes, I see, sir. I'm sorry to have raised that.
No, Hudson, you're quite within your rights.
I understand the position. Thank you. Good night, sir.
Good night, Hudson.
Titanic.
Didn't you read about it in the papers?
But that she was on it. Miss Captain James.
Oh, married just last month. He's going to live there in the house. Of course, he's on honeymoon at the moment. In Paris.
Miss Elizabeth.
She lives in New York now. Married?
Why didn't you go with her?
Wasn't asked.
A lot of changes then.
Yeah, but not everything changes.
Mr. Hudson. Mrs. Bridges. Rose.
What about you? What you been doing all these years, eh?
I went to Germany. Was valet to Baron von Rimmer, you remember? Sort of bad life, really. Schloss in the mountains. Beautiful scenery.
How did you get on? You can't speak German.
No, I learned it. Quick here for language, well, it's enough to get by on. Would have stayed only.
Only what?
Baron got married. He did, Rose. To a beautiful princess. Ugly cow. Like me. Stinking. The princess made some changes in the household. Got rid of me, didn't she? I wasn't required. Like you and Miss Elizabeth. Of course, the Baron was sorry to see me go. She got him. It was all very friendly. Civil, polite, cordial. Fair paid home. Position arranged with a gentleman, friend of the Baron.
English?
Lithuanian.
Don't, Alfred. Don't cry. It's all right.
It hurts my nerves.
It's all right.
You won't give me away, will you?
Of course I won't give you away.
It's not a crime, is it?
Oh, it's not a crime.
Falling in love.
Falling in love? You? Who with?
Should have been you, Rose.
Don't be daft.
Should have been. I would have been happy with you, I know it.
Alfred? Was it a man?
I saw that now. It was religious mania or something. It's girls now, Rose. Girls. Their lithe bodies, silken hair.
Yeah, well, never mind all that. Who was it with?
The niece,
Niece? Oh, the Lithuanian's niece.
Arabella, came to stay from Herefordshire. Vision of loveliness. It was mutual. Of course, we had to keep it a secret from him, didn't we? From the crusty old bachelor. We used to write poetry for each other. Leave it in flower vases. What's the matter, Rose? You mocking me?
Of course I'm not, Alfred. Go on, tell him.
He found out, didn't he? Found one of the letters.
In a flower vase.
Of course. Where else?
Sorry.
It was a hobby of his. flower arranging. He took it up after his wife died.
Thought you said he was a bachelor.
He was. Till she died.
No, he wasn't. He was a widower.
Hadn't got a woman, that's what I meant, clever. So don't you believe me, Rose?
Oh, I do want to, Alfred.
I'll prove it to you. I'll prove it to you, Dr. Thomas. She gave me this, and I swore it'd never leave my neck till the day I died.
Oh, yes, it's lovely. But put it back on. That's my luck.
Haven't got a thread.
Oh, give it here. Look, what happened next? After he'd found the poetry in the flower vase.
He turned me out. Sent her back to Herefordshire.
When was that?
He's jealous. Jealous, you see. Jealous of her. Promises made to her mother. Something. Make a good marriage. Not me. Not the valet. I wasn't good enough. I was dirt, vile, filth, putrefying, excrement.
When did this happen?
2 days. 2 days ago.
2 days ago, and you've been wandering about in this weather ever since. You have no friends to go to?
I had friends, but they were employed by his friends, weren't they? I was exiled, banished all for the love of that girl. I was desperate, didn't notice the cold. Wandering around, trying to think what to do. I thought of you, Rose.
Me? Why me?
Friendly face, spanning the years. Angel of mercy.
Yeah. What am I going to do with you now, eh?
Isn't there somewhere? Back room, something, just tonight. Night's rest for the weary traveller.
Well, there's a small storeroom where the coal hole is. Old couch in there.
Sounds cosy.
All right, then. Come on. Fetch your togs with you. What do you want?
I've got an awful bellyache, Rose. Have you got any of that medicine? Mrs. Bridges must have poisoned me.
It's in there.
Here, don't push. What's going on, Rose? Hey, you've got someone down here, haven't you? You're a Simon, Rose. Who is he? A cavalry officer, eh?
Yes, that's right. Swallow. Here, have you still got that old coat of yours, the grey one, what you had before Mr. Hudson went to Summerby and you got given a new one?
Yeah, it's in the cupboard in the hall.
How can I have it? Only an old tramp came round this morning freezing.
He's here now, isn't he? Come on, I won't say nothing to Mr. Hudson.
it.
Where is he? What, now?
Yes, now.
Rose, that's my coat.
Go and get it. If you're still feeling so sick, why don't you get back to bed?
Night, Rose.
to be gone first thing in the morning.
Oh, Rose. I promise.
Oh, I did have some terrible belly aches last night, Ruby, did you?
No.
Well, why was it just me then? That's not fair.
You and Mr. Bellamy.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him. Morning, Rose.
Morning, Edward.
Sweet dreams, eh?
Yes, thank you, Edward.
All about cavalry officers and everything?
Oh, you dream of cavalry officers.
Rose knows, don't you, Rose?
Yes, thanks, ain't you, Rose?
That girl worries me. It's time somebody had a talk with her.
Rose, what do you want with that? Can you not wait for your breakfast?
Oh, that? No, it's not for me, Mr. Hudson. It's for Pigeon.
Pigeon?
I've been feeding it. I think it's at its wing.
It's not inside the house, I hope.
Oh, no. It's out the back on a window ledge, in a box.
A box?
Hat box.
But that's fresh bread you're feeding it on. That's very extravagant. These are difficult times. Here, give that to me.
Oh, Mr. Hudson.
Take this.
Oh, it's a bit moody.
Now, where you go now? You're far too sentimental, Rose. That's quite good enough for a pigeon. There are human beings in need of this.
Alfred.
Keep away from me. Keep away from me. I'll smash you. I'll smash you. I'll smash you.
Hey, Rose, it's me.
Rose.
Do you think Rose is under the weather, Mr. Hudson? Mrs. Bridges thinks she is.
We are none of us in the best of spirits, except possibly you, Edward. Events have weighed heavily on us for some time now.
I weigh heavily on me as well, Mr. Hudson.
Yes, well, hurry up and take that tray to the master. Look sharp now.
Mr. Hudson, I think you ought to have a word to Rose. I would do it myself, but sometimes these things come better from a man. There's something troubling her, I'm sure of it.
She's trying to kill me.
It's Mr. Hudson. I had to say you was a pigeon. Listen, you get your clothes on first, and I'll see if the coast is clear.
Oh, so this is where you keep your pigeon rolls. I thought you told me that you... Who is this?
It's Alfred, Mr. Hudson. You remember Alfred? He used to work as footman there.
Alfred.
Yes, Miss Wilson, you remember me.
What the dickens are you doing here?
He just dropped in last night. Please don't be angry. He's lost his job, had no place to go.
He stayed here all night.
I said he could. He was soaking wet.
Don't blame Rose.
You hold your tongue. You have done wrong, Rose. You should never have let a stranger in here late at night.
Oh, but you see, he isn't a stranger. He's one of us, or used to be.
I know what he used to be, Rose. And I know my duty.
Oh, please don't tell Mr. Bellamy, Mr. Hudson. Don't give him away. Please.
My dear fellow. Glass of Madeira? Might it be a glass of milk? I've been having a bit of bother. Certainly, Hudson. Geoffrey? Thank you. Thought I'd move myself in here now, make a bit more room for James and Hazel. Yes, I see.
I take it this is not altogether a social visit.
Not altogether, no.
On my mind.
Money's on my mind, quite simply. I've been doing my sums, and I find that although James has taken over the bulk of the running costs of this house, I can't make ends meet. My parliamentary salary is £400 a year because that goes nowhere. I have to contribute my share. The cost of clothing is up, club subscriptions, cab fares, everything. I'm overdrawn at the bank, and I need your advice.
On how to increase your personal income.
Yes, that is the immediate concern. We'd always agreed that children would inherit from their mother, of course, but that was assuming that I would be old when Marjorie died, or dead myself. We never envisaged.
Right. Thank you.
My only tangible asset is the lease of this house, but of course that brings in no money at all.
Quite. Is this goat's milk?
I don't think so.
Well, What about your writing? You had a considerable success.
Biographies of dead politicians, there's no money in that, and you know it. I shall continue writing because I enjoy it. There's no solution to my problem. Unless I turn to hack political journalism. You're not suggesting that, are you?
No, no, no. I quite appreciate your distaste to that sort of thing. But there are some reasonable outlets, and in your position...
You are saying beggars can't be choosers. Quite frankly, if I may speak frankly...
Oh, please do.
I'm in this position largely through your handling of Marjorie's affairs.
I don't quite follow.
Well, I'm not blaming you necessarily. None of us could have foreseen what would happen. But you must admit I've been left in a devilish mess by her death.
Financially speaking.
In all ways, damn it. Particularly financially. I am asking you to retrieve something for me. But I get the impression that you're sitting there complacently twiddling your thumbs.
I find this quite extraordinary, Richard. I've served the interests of this family
The
now
Southwold family. You've served the Southwold interests nobly, but I am not a Southwold, and there is a division.
Nonsense.
A division between me and Marjorie, and between me and my children. In your mind, when it came to the pinch, you put their interests before mine.
Well, quite clearly, the events of the past year have affected your reasoning, Richard. There's no question.
All right, I am not disputing it. I am simply asking you to involve yourself with my...
The rest of us frighten him. No near.
Alfred, please. What are they saying? You didn't kill anybody. Tell them you didn't do it.
Can't.
Why?
Evidence is there. Bedroom carpet. It's blood.
Blood? Whose blood?
Lithuanian. Baron's friend. Baron's vile disgust. People I lived with. Like here. Decent people always here. I wanted to be decent. Let me. Always ask. Push me. Grovel. It was like a serpent. Like the last of the beast. Just wanted to get away back to this life. Anything. Wouldn't let me. She just laughed at me. Stop, and he wouldn't. I took a cleaver. He was sleeping. The sweetly smelling bedroom. Oh, disgusting. As he slept. Finished it.
No niece. No Arabella.
Sure. Free. Decent man. Important. New life. Ship's gone. Honolulu. Just me. Pass them out there. The dogs. The chance. Tell him, Rose.
I can't.
You must help me.
I can't.
You promised.
Didn't promise. Like to do something, but...
Get out.
No, Alfred.
Oh, filthy scum of a whore, like all every scum. I don't need you. Adam's rib, Delilah, Jezebel. See how my enemies are gathered about me. Where the corpse is, so shall you find the eagle.
Distance and silence.
The
He might
men
be
of
made
the
into a
city
false sense of
shall
security.
stone
The boy
stone.
he won't harm him. He's too valuable to us. I think it might be worth trying. So. Very well. Simon.
Fine, Israel. The house of the Father. We wrestle not with the evils this way. Don't need.
Don't.
Do you want me to speak to him, sir? No, absolutely. I'm going to leave him alone for a while, see how he reacts to it.
You don't need him to it. You don't need the assistance of harm.
Let go of my neck. Please let go. You're hurting.
You'll make our own way.
Oh, don't kill me.
How do you say that?
I never harmed you.
I never harmed you. I never intended to harm you. It's just for them. Protection. We'll go to the docks together.
I don't want to go.
What do you say?
Yeah, all right, I'll go.
You will?
Yeah, go to the docks.
What's going on out there? It's all gone quiet.
Perhaps we should go, eh?
No. It's a trick. They're waiting. We'll wait.
Please let go of my neck.
You won't do anything silly?
Oh, I promise.
We're the same. You and me. Footman. Thanks.
Let me go and talk to him, sir. I always used to understand Alfred.
Help me! Help me! Alfred! Hudson, then he let the knife drop and I grabbed it quick.
Well done, Edmund.
I thought I went over to save you all this trouble.
You did everything you could, Inspector.
Well done.
Thank you. Goodbye.
What exactly happened?
I'm not quite sure, but it seems your rules were successful. Now, will you come upstairs and have some whiskey, or would you prefer some milk?
I think a small whiskey would be in order.
Now, don't fret, my girl, don't fret. He always was a bad lot, that Alfred.
Edward, quiet.
Whatever for, Mr. Hudson?